Okay, here is the latest insanity. Um, this is for Indiana, my home state. Um, they're shipping a bunch of the Afghan nationals that they took out of Afghanistan to Camp Atterbury, just outside of Edinburgh in Johnson County in Indiana, which is 30 miles south of Indianapolis. It's right off I-65. I don't have a problem with that. Okay, they're bringing them to a location and holding them there until they're vetted and released into the communities. Okay, here's where the insanity takes place. Vetting process has been condensed to 1 week. Security is ridiculously lax. There's no enclosed area. They have full run of the entire base and the communities around it. However far they can walk anyway. That's a National Guard post is what that is. And I train there many times, but they're not enclosing these people during their vetting process. Why? Because they don't want to. And when I say they, I'm referring obviously to the current illegitimate administration that occupies the Oval Office. If you live in Indiana and you do not have a gun permit, get one. Gun permits in Indiana they're not called concealed carry permits. They're referred to as personal protection permits. And Indiana is a will issue state, which means if you apply for one and you don't have a felony or a misdemeanor of domestic violence on your record, you will be issued one. There's 2 ways you can do it. There's the 4-year one, which to my knowledge is now free. Or you can get a lifetime one, which is what I have, and it's either $125 or $175. And you have reciprocity with most states, except Illinois, most states close to you. I know Kentucky and Tennessee and Ohio all have reciprocity, and I think maybe Michigan, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look that one up. If any of my Hoosiers live close to Michigan and just please put it in the comments. Don't go anywhere unarmed. Even if you don't have a gun permit, you can have a firearm in your vehicle as long as it is unloaded, not easily accessible, and in a case. So if you have an SUV and you have it in a case in the back and it ain't loaded, you're perfectly legal. If you're in a car and you have it in a trunk in a case and it ain't loaded, perfectly legal. That's not as good as having a permit, but it's better than not having one available at all. And of course at your house, you don't have to have a permit. But and Indiana is a stand your ground and a castle doctrine state. You do not have to run away if confronted by danger, and you can defend your home without fear of retribution for shooting somebody that's breaking into your house. Now, I'm not telling you that this is just my opinion on everything, okay? And I'm not going to lie to you, but don't just take my word for it and then say, well, who's your patriot said? No, do your own due diligence. I'm just giving you the information to go into a direction to get started on your own investigation as far as, you know, gun laws in this state. If you're in Kentucky, they are now a constitutional carry state. You are not required to have a permit to carry a weapon in Kentucky. So I guess the whole reciprocity thing now with Kentucky doesn't matter. But anyway, I always have my permit on me because I'm always armed. You know, I'm not even going to talk about work, but that's a whole nother story. As you know, the liberals are trying at every turn to take our Second Amendment rights away from us. I talked about this before, I think. The latest attack is having you, if you don't have the vaccine, you'll be put on a no-fly list, right? And therefore, if you're on a no-fly list, they want you put on a no-buy list, which means you can't buy firearms. This is their plan. This is what they want to do. That is not what has been done. So basically, they want it to where if you haven't been vaccinated, you can't buy a gun. You know, this goes back to the whole, you will be allowed to neither buy nor sell. Speaking of the Bible, I talked to a friend today about where we are at. Go look up Matthew 24, verses 6 to 14. And I firmly believe I'm in agreement with him and my father, who I've talked to on this on many occasions, about this. I think that's where we're at. So that's my personal opinion, but I got way off topic there. And I don't know where. I'm sure there's Afghan nationals going elsewhere, and you know, I'm sure they're fine people, most of them. But even if you only have 1% that are infiltrators, that have terroristic ties, out of 10,000 people, that's what, 100 people? So, I mean, 10% would be 1,000, so yeah, 1%'s 100. That's scary. And the vetting process, a week? Really? Anyway, this has gone way longer than I meant it to, so I'm going to let you go. Till next time, I'm Aunt Victoria Karam. Stay safe out there and get your red shirt on. Remember, everyone deployed. It's called Red Friday. Talk to you later.